Buckle up, because it's going to be a long ride. It's going to be a wild ride. Nobody cares, but we're going to tell you anyways. This is Popcorn Chats. I look like a dyke on a bike.
No, you know what I meant to say earlier? I am living for your jacket. That is so cute.
Thank you! Corinne got it for me for Christmas. Let's do this shit.
I'm up.
You're up. Okay.
Okay.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Popcorn Chats. I'm MICHAE.
I'm Katie.
And we are back with our continuing rewatch series of the ABC Family turned freeform hit show, Pretty Little Liars. And we are back to cover the first half of season 3. 3A is what we're calling it. This is the most elite season of the entire series. I'll fight anyone who disagrees.
We gotta soak it up while it lasts.
Yeah, because season 4 gets a little rocky. Season 5, oof, we're in for it in season 5. That's gonna be a rough one. But yeah, we're back with season 3 to discuss today. Spoilers as always, spoilers ahead for obviously this whole season and then also the ending of the show because we sometimes bring up things that will happen in the future. First, we must check in.
Yay.
How are things?
Things are fine. It's sunny in LA again. We were spooky, thunderstormy there for a little bit.
Ooh.
This city was like drowning. LA's just not built for rain, so there was like a lot of flooding.
Wow,
really scary. Yeah, but it's back to the sunny, good vibes again, so all good. I was depressed, bro. I was like going through it. I was like, what is wrong with me? But like when you're so used to sunshine every day and then it's gloomy every day for like 2 weeks straight, bitch, the mental health, she was like, oh, what's going on? But anyways,
don't scare her.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm good. We have snow, so that's tragic.
Trash.
But yeah, and it's not, I don't know, it's just like enough to make things messy, but not really like look pretty. I don't know. It's fine. My week went by super fast, so that was nice. But I feel like the weekend's also going to go by super fast, which is just forever botched. But it's okay.
I think I'm just not like a January person. I never have like great Januaries. Oh, but my dry January is still going strong.
Good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, killing it. And honestly, I'm more and more feeling like I'm never going back. Like I'm a changed bitch. I feel like alcohol is the new cigarettes. Marijuana, babe, opens your mind and you don't feel shitty the next day. What does alcohol do? It makes you do stupid things, makes you cry, makes you fat. Get off it.
Well, weed almost made me pee my pants at the movie theater in public, so like I don't know.
I forgot you almost weren't able to get your pants off, bitch. Oh God, that was funny.
And I didn't think I could walk, so I like almost was like I was fully considering in my head crawling across the theater. My brain was not functioning properly. Messed up. I will never go back. But I'm just kind of living substance free.
If you're gonna be friends with me, I think you will go back at some point.
At some point, maybe, but
you're very strong.
I feel like, and even I'm even trying to cut back on caffeine. So like I have like caffeine free soda right now, like the 0 sugar caffeine free, because I'm like you can either have coffee in the morning or you can have like a caffeine soda. But I was having like coffee in the morning and then I would have a caffeine soda, and it's like I need to stop. It's like you can have one or the other. So I'm making myself pick.
Can you tell I'm not wearing a broad?
No, you honestly can't even see that you have boobs at all in that.
That's exactly
no shade, no tea.
No, that's exactly what I'm going for. So thank you. Okay, let's actually get into this.
Yes. So 60-second recap.
Oh fuck.
Seizure.
So
if you are new to our episodes, we always do 60 seconds. We go back and forth on giving a 60-second recap of everything that happened in the season. So, I mean, it's never great, but it is just like a fun time and to kick us off. So, it's Katie's turn this time. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Set, go.
All right. Emily's down bad. Her girlfriend murdered. So she is drinking a little bit, which we don't blame her for that. She gets a little too turned at the girlies like last summer shebang. And she escapes and goes to the cemetery, apparently. And then all the girlies end up getting framed by A, or like set up by A, that it looks like they're the ones who dug up Allie's body And then that's like the blackmail that A has on them this half of the season. She like puts pictures of them at Allie's gravesite in the car to like intimidate them. Whatever. Toby's out of town because he is like trying to figure out A for himself, I guess. I don't really know. Caleb and Hannah break up because Hannah is trying to protect Caleb. Maya's dead. Emily's trying to figure that out. Paige swoops in, so they're together while Emily is like getting over her dead girlfriend. And Aria's bitch ass. I can't even get into that.
With Ezra's secret baby.
A secret baby and Fortune. Bitch, what?
Yeah. Okay. Well, great job.
Right.
Thank you for that recap.
You're welcome. We have 10 minutes on the clock, motherfucker.
I know. How tragic. Okay, well, that's enough time, I think, for us to kind of get through our trackings. So, once again, we are tracking certain things. So, our A suspects that we have in season 3. Everyone's kind of suspect of Jenna for a while at the beginning because, of course, she can see now, so she's kind of sus. Lucas as well. He's getting a little bit of side eye once again. And Paige. She gets some side eye. Yeah, that's kind of on top of all of like the other people, like Garrett, obviously. They still think that like maybe he killed her or whatever. Kiss tracker. We have no one new to add for Aria, no one new to add for Spencer, but Hannah did add Ren to her list. She did kiss Ren this season, so now she has Sean, Caleb, and Ren, but still like the second to lowest of them all. And then Emily added another kiss. She added Nate, Lyndon James, whatever his name ends up being, Maya's fake cousin. So that brings her kiss total to 6. She is leading the pack of the ladies with the most kisses, with Allison, Ben, Maya, Paige, Samara, and Nate.
I forgot. I mean,
she's
a
flop,
kiss.
But get it. We added 2 more deaths to our death tracker. We have Nate, aka Lyndon James, Maya's fake cousin, and Garrett. Garrett Reynolds is deceased, as we see in the Halloween episode. Katie, did you have a favorite A communication method?
I did.
First half of the season?
Yes. It was super random, but they're all in the hospital and Pam gets like a courtesy call and gets up and leaves, and then A calls all of them on like a group call and is like, A says like, Emily, I owe you one. Yeah, because she killed Maya's killer, Nate. It's so random and so extra, like all the hoops that A had to go through to make that happen. She's got a lot of time on her hands. But that was my favorite.
I know. Did she have like 5 cell phones to call everyone at the exact same time? Like, how did that work? Was she conference calling before that was a thing? I don't know. My favorite was the teeth bracelet that Emily finds in her purse because it's just so gross and like so shocking. And also, I just like anything that's kind of like unique outside of like the regular text message. So I appreciated the effort that she took in with the arts and crafts on this method. And then we got some new characters this season that got introduced that are kind of one is going to be very important going forward. 2 are just gonna be like some reoccurring people with some storylines. So obviously we had like Nate, he was new. He doesn't really matter though because he's already come and gone. But Cece, we got Cece Drake this season. If you have not, well, I guess if you haven't watched the show, then you shouldn't be listening to this because you're gonna get spoiled. But Cece obviously is going to be a very huge character moving forward. Then Pastor Ted. I mean, he's just going to be like on our screens for a while, and he does end up popping back even in the time jump. So like, okay, pop off Pastor Ted. And Zach, Ella's new boyfriend. He's not around the longest, but he's still around next season. And actually in season 5 too, and he causes some beef between the girlies.
Oh my god.
So Zach's gonna be around for a bit as well.
Also Wesley.
Wesley, yes.
Ezra's
we did
brother.
get Ezra's little brother. Yes. I didn't include Maggie on here because again, she's not going to be like huge. She's kind of, I think she maybe only makes like 1 or 2 more appearances total, and then she's gone. It's more like she's mentioned. But yes, Wesley will be involved for quite a few more episodes. Anyone else that I missed? Any other new folks?
Think so.
What's your standout star, or who is your standout star?
This is definitely a cop-out, and I don't know if this is allowed, but I'm just gonna say the girls as a group. I feel like the group chemistry at this point is working so well. They'd been working on the show for years now, and like the actresses are close, obviously, and going through like a very similar experience all together. So that would undoubtedly like make them very close. And that just like comes through a lot on screen with like these characters having gone through like a very niche experience. Like it's just them going through it, and they really only have each other. You know, they say a lot of things like, that's my family, or like, I die for those girls. And I know that they would do the same thing for me. It feels so genuine, and I just love anything that is like sisterhood in any capacity. What about you? Who is your standout star?
Standouts are, I feel like it's just going to be consistent. This entire season, she's going to be at next episode as well, so spoiler alert, but it's going to be Spencer.
Yeah.
I feel like they really leaned into Troy and Belisario this season, especially in the second half, as y'all see. We'll see when we cover that. I just feel like this was the season that they realized that they really had gold with her. Like, yes, all of the actresses are talented. They're all talented, but I feel like they just realized like that they could push her a little bit farther, and I'm very glad that they did. I think she is amazing. I think Spencer has great storylines also this season. Spencer and Hannah's friendship is also like, I like what you said about all the girls as a whole, but Spencer and Hannah, I feel like really played off of each other really well this season. They had so many great like banter moments when they were talking about like picking up the phone when Emily was calling, or was it Emily or Caleb? Someone was calling, and Spencer's like, we don't know what we're gonna say. What are we gonna say to him? And Hannah was like, I'm gonna say hi. And the like, you have the subtlety of a hand grenade, and like Hannah saying thank you. Like there were just so many great little moments between the two of them, or Hannah saying like went from worse to worser, and Spencer's like, that's not a word, but keep going. They just play off of each other really well. And I felt like I noticed that more this season than any other season beforehand, that those two work well in a scene.
I love the teeth episode when Spencer's like, we don't even know if these are human teeth. And Hannah's like, yes, I do, Spencer. I worked at a dentist office.
She's like, for 2 days. For 2 days, and you worked the printer or something.
Standout scene. I think for me, it's just the cute little moment when Spencer and Hannah, speaking of, are talking about hey, do you ever wish, or do you ever think about what your life would be like if you never met Allie? Because we're just always going to be those girls, and we're friends with Allison de Laurentiis. And Spencer's like, yeah, I do. I think about it a lot. But then I always think that if I didn't meet Allie, I would have never met you. I would do everything all over again. Again, bitch! Sisterhood. That's all I gotta say.
Episode 12 as a whole, it's kind of a cop-out, but the midsummer or mid-season finale, that is in my top 3 Pretty Little Liars episodes of all time. Yes. I love that episode. It's sheer perfection from start to finish. There's so much happening between the trial, seeing Mona sneak out of Radley, the pink furry lamp weapon that Hannah was going to use against Caleb, Paige and Emily's kidnapping, Caleb coming to the rescue and being shot, not stabbed, Spencer and Toby reuniting in the street.
Yes.
And then when they were getting it on in the sheets.
Yep.
And then Toby being A at the end. That episode start to finish is just a knockout, and like I said, top 3 of all time. So that whole episode is my standout scene.
Yes.
I like literally was dedicating my evening to watching it last night, because I was like, I need to sit so focused that I can just watch it. Okay, premiere episode. Great premiere.
Amazing, bitch. At this point, the Jenna thing has run its course. The girlies don't need to be tied down to that shit anymore. Bitch can see. Like, it's over. All right, so A needs something else to hold over and blackmail them with. What are we gonna do? We're gonna pick on the weak link, Miss Emily Fields, to no fault of her own. I mean, she was already floppy, already a little, like, knowably the weakest link.
She has an excuse this season, at least.
Yes, but she's extra down bad, just lost the love of her life, her first love, Maya St. Germain. She's drinking. She's been drinking all summer. So all cylinders aren't necessarily firing. Anyways, she gets drugged and kidnapped.
Question mark.
Yeah. Basically, the girlies all get framed thanks to Emily. They get set up by A. Emily feels really bad about it.
As she should.
It's just, yeah, I would feel horrible. But also good for the girlies for, like, ride or dying for their bitch, you know?
Yeah.
I would do the same thing. I would cover up for you guys. But I would make you remember, like, we're in this shit because of you. So you're gonna do what we fucking say.
Yeah. You know you would be getting some scolding, but...
You know what, Michaela? I don't even know why I'm talking the way that I am, because if this were the situation, I would be the one that got us all in trouble. I'd be the one that got too drunk, and then we all got framed for murder.
1,000%.
Because of my dumb ass.
Yeah.
I feel like absolute garbage.
Yeah.
That's why we're not drinking anymore.
And I also love the little bit of parallel to the first premiere, like how the girlies are sitting around drinking. It's kind of stormy. Again, it's the same evening or like right around that because school's just about to start again. Kicking off their senior year. The girlies are ready to have a good time. Mona's behind bars. They haven't heard from her in a while. Or not behind bars. Kind of, Radley. So yeah, I like that they kick it off that way and immediately they're like, oh, you guys have had a fun summer? Well, fun's over. Welcome to hell.
This senior year is gonna last 2.5 seasons, bitch. Buckle the fuck up.
No, literally 3.5. Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, half of Season 6.
Oh, I thought it was 3, 4, half of 5. That's fucking crazy.
I'm 99.99% sure I am correct.
0.99.
Hold on. I'm like very sure. Hold on. Oh, I gotta get out of my Wordle. POL season. No, it can't be. It can't because they were in jail and they were held captive. Ah!
I blacked all of everything out.
Oh, yeah, no, it is. Yep. Still, half of Season 6 is them and... Wow, look at my hair. Amaze. Half of Season 6 is still them in high school. So literally 3.5 seasons
fucking
of senior
crazy.
year. So that's what I'm saying when I'm like, crazy. So we meet so like Spencer literally goes crazy. Ezra's A. Allie comes back from the dead. Cece is A. Is senior year of high school.
I think a Rosewood minute is like a reality hour. Yeah. Because tell me this, bitch. You got 2 of the girlies at school. One of them's at home eating dinner with her family. One of them's at the fucking cafe. Mm-hmm. Then they got practice. They're calling, but like, like the girlies at school are calling the girlie at home. She's like, sorry, I'm at family dinner. And they're at school. Time is not real in Rosewood, bitch. No. And you just gotta get over that hump. They have all the time in the world too when they're like, oh, I'm gonna be late for school. It's like, y'all have been here for like 2 hours. So when do you sleep? When do you sleep?
No, that's what I said when we did the first season and in like the pilot episode when Emily's like showing Maya and they walk over to Spencer's yard and they were like, hey, we're gonna go grab a coffee before school. No one in high school had time to go get a coffee or be practicing their field hockey.
They're at this damn cafe before school, after school, and then at one point Noel Khan is at the cafe and then he's like, I gotta go to practice. It's like, so you at school, you have a little bit of time to go to the cafe and then you gotta go back for practice. Like, it's just, that was not my experience. I don't know.
No. Other thing that I love in the finale, which we get multiple times, Toby is Mr. Consent King when Spencer said that she wanted to wait and they start getting hot and heavy and Toby holds her true to that promise and doesn't let her get caught up in the heat of the moment. Toby, I stan, even though we know how, we know how the bigger picture works. So, love that. And also, once again, Ezra is making stupid decisions in episode 1 because he's showing up to the police station to collect his underage girlfriend. Like, dude, what are you doing? Where in your brain did that seem like a good idea that you should go to the police station after Arya's like coming out of there?
They're very much acting like we're in the clear this season. Like the parents know it's out there. Ella's fucking slutting it up, dating younger men. At this point, both her parents are hypocritical against this relationship.
Which, who knows? Like, the girls could be 18. None of them ever celebrate birthdays on this show, so they are in their senior year. So, like, Arya could be 18 by this point, and then so maybe that's why they think they're in the clear. And, like, since he's not her teacher anymore, like, still, like, statute of limitations wouldn't have, like, run their course yet. But maybe that's, like, what they're going off of. But, again, we don't have confirmation of that because we don't know their ages at any point in time.
But they are just, like, showing up to parties, like, with high schoolers holding hands and like functions and everything. So the fact that he does go back and teach after they confirm that like they're together, crazy, mind-blowing.
Crazy. Can I just say, I forgot to say my other standout of the show, or of this season, is the fashion and the hair this season for some of the girls has never looked better, and this is the best they're going to look. But specifically, I want to make a special shout out for Spencer. I think her hair is a maze this whole season, and I think her wardrobe is also incredible. I'm loving her styling. I feel like they finally found that line between, like, she's still, you know, a senior in high school, but she is also, like, from a little bit of wealth. She has lawyers for parents. She's a little bit more dressy. She's a little bit more serious, and I feel like they finally found that balance to her style this season.
I feel that in certain moments their style and hair has never been better, and in other moments their style and hair has never been worse. Spencer's hair at that college party, bitch, where it's like all to one side, which that's what I'm doing right now. So let me just not do that.
I was gonna say like how this is right now.
No, but she has hers like pinned. It's aggressively.
Yes.
It's not the look.
No,
Also,
I
I
do
just
get
have
that.
to say, I mean, this isn't like
I'll give you that
on the
one.
girlies, but Veronica's hair this season.
Oh my god.
Fire that department, bitch. That was
Yeah.
awful. You're telling me she is on the case of one of like the most highly publicized cases in this Rosewood community. She's probably going to be making TV appearances, getting photographed a lot. And that's the do you're going with? Veronica
It's a
Hastings.
rough one. They did her dirty.
Girl? Where's your head?
They did her dirty. Poor Veronica. It just doesn't match her energy. It doesn't match the bad bitch that she is.
Right.
I'll give you that Spencer hairdo as well. Did not vibe. Emily has her hits and misses, as she always does. I feel like Aria's hair this season, I don't really like it. I don't like it shorter like that. I don't like it that middle length. She looks really cute when she has her short hair, and she looks really cute when she has her long hair. I don't love the middle. And Hannah's hair is kind of botched. I mean, I like kind of the grungier look for her, but I do think at certain times it quite literally looks like she just rolled out of bed after 3 days of not washing her hair. And sometimes her wardrobe this season too.
Yeah, well, she was going. She was in her breakup era. She was in her breakup.
She
era.
was.
What was your fave look?
Oh, let me have a moment to marinate on that. Because we're gonna keep Halloween out of this, because we'll get into the Halloween look. Okay, do you have one? Can you go first while I think?
Yeah, I can go first. My look of the season is going to be Spencer post losing her virginity. That look is fucking fire. Yeah. Coming down the stairs wearing your boyfriend's shirt while he zips up his little sweater with his abs. What a fucking serve. Wearing your cute little panties. Yeah. Post-sex hair on
her hair
point.
is amazing.
Motherfucker, get out of here. She looks so good. And seeing this as a teen inspired me to craft a post-virginity loss look. And I went and bought a sweatshirt to christen that I said I wouldn't wear until I lost my virginity, and it was going to be my post-sex sweatshirt.
I forgot about that.
And it was like a big oversized thing, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to look so cute in my underwear and this big oversized sweatshirt that I'm going to save for this occasion, bitch. And it was so cute. I lost my virginity, and I took a photo with the sweatshirt on and sent it to all my friends, and the real ones knew what I was talking about. My sex life as a child, yikes, that sounds really bad. My early sex life was very much influenced by this show. In my veins. You know, we'll get there. I remember I said I blacked out that sex scene. I completely forgot about it. But when it started, bitch, I remembered it all came flooding back. In My Veins was on my high school makeout playlist.
Yes. It's still in my playlist rotations. It's a bop.
I literally crafted this whole scheme after my first high school boyfriend broke up with me. We went over to post breakup hookup. I don't even know. And I was like, oh, let me play some music on shuffle. But I didn't play it on shuffle. I made a whole playlist that was just chill songs. And then it went into In My Veins. And we made up, hooked up to that song. But then he was like, no, we're still broken up.
You saying about that sweatshirt unlocked a memory in my brain. I had completely forgotten that you had done that, and I remember the picture of Katie's wearing the sweatshirt. I love how we announced to each other how we lost our virginity, because you sent that, and I think I sent just the picture, I think I sent the YouTube link to the I Just Had Sex song to each other.
Oh my god, that's
love that
funny.
For us. Totally agree with that Spencer look, because honestly I was thinking, I'm does this really count? But I think in the premiere episode when Toby's showering over at her house and he comes in all shirtless and she's wearing his long sleeved blue shirt. Yeah. Her hair in that moment is perfect. Like I'm saying, her hair this season, except for that party, I'll give you that party. Her hair is perfection this season. I love her in that shirt. But again, I think maybe it's not even my favorite outfits of the show, but I think the intervention scene in episode 12, I think because those outfits are so that episode is so ingrained in my mind, I'm immediately going to Spencer's hair with the parts pulled back with the bangs in the front and that light blue dress with the tan bow in the back. Obsessed. Aria's shiny blue skater skirt. not a vibe, but on her it looked cute. Hannah's dress is not a vibe in that moment. Emily's hair, once again, slay. Shay Mitchell's hair is beautiful. But her outfit in that moment with the acid wash shirt, like, again, very, like, for the time. So now, like, I wouldn't necessarily, like, love that, but that with, like, the maroon skinny jeans, that was a fucking look. And that was cute, too. So I feel like that's going to be my cop-out. Spencer's, like, in Toby's shirt and that whole little moment.
Yeah. This show changed teen fashion, and stores like Maurice's, what was that one store kind of like by Barnes and Noble, like that entry hallway that you like start going down on the right side, it had like all those scarves. It was kind of smaller.
Zoomies?
No, it was by Zoomies.
I have no clue.
Well, anyways, I just feel like every store at the mall during that time period was PLL chic. And then there was Zoomies that was like skater, and that's where I got my post-sex sweatshirt from.
Yeah.
I wish I still had that.
Yeah, I wish you did too. I don't think I own a single piece of Zoomies clothes anymore, but that used to make up like the majority of my wardrobe.
That was the shit.
But yes, it really did, because I remember, can you imagine like if this show would have been around when TikTok or like Instagram influencing is around? I know like it came obviously like towards the end of the show, but at the beginning, people would have been like, how to get this outfit, and they would have been like Amazon dupe, Spencer dupe, like that would have been all of these videos of how to get their style. Like that's what magazines had, and I'm like, oh, here's like where Spencer would shop, or like here's where Hannah would shop.
So influential. Okay. We also in the first episode get that Hannah's visiting Mona. I feel like this is super valid. I'd be doing the same exact thing. I would want fucking answers. Like that's my best friend, or supposedly I would be doing exactly what Hannah was doing.
And I really like that when Caleb finds out that that's where she's been going, he's not like gung-ho about it, but he's like, I'm gonna go with you because I don't want us to have secrets between each other. It's like cute, being supportive. Yeah.
Hannah and Caleb are still my favorite. They're my standout couple this season, despite the Spencer and Toby moments that we get. Like, again, they have the best moments, but Hannah and Caleb, I'll say it again, bitch, they are consistent and incredible. Their breakup, bitch, shattered me. Devastated. When he was crying, bitch, I was crying. I shed a goddamn tear. At the beginning when he's like, are you talking to your therapist about us? And she's like, no. And he's like, but we're intimate. What a sweet young man. Cannot deal with him. He's so supportive. He's so protective of not only Hannah, but the entire group. He's like, you guys aren't going there alone. Grabs the Glock like, bitch. Ugh, what a man.
And
what
also,
a fucking man.
when he texts Hannah as A to see like if Hannah's still scared of him. And then when he pushes her up against the wall in that back alley and he's like, we were never done.
And he's like,
gagged.
I'm not asking for permission. Like, I'm gonna fight this A or figure out who it is with you.
Oh my God.
And then them like having to sneak around after that, and he like surprises her in the dressing room and at the train.
Yes.
And so good.
Obsessed.
And I love her coming clean to him too, like, A, ran your mom off the road. Him like recognizing the severity of that. I don't know. I just love their journey this half of season 3, like breaking up, getting back together, and it's all just because they love each other. And like Hannah working extra hard, like sleuthing for A, like looking at Maya's site because she just like wants her and Caleb to be okay again. I love them.
So good.
I love them.
I love them. I think they have amazing moments. And then I also think Spencer and Toby, I really think this season was like kind of the focus on those two couples. Spencer and Toby had so many amazing moments, and I do think they really packed it full of the two of them early on in the season because they knew that they were going to reveal him as being A, the mid-season finale. So they wanted like it to be extra devastating. So they give us all of these amazing, cute moments between the two of them, all these great makeout sessions, Spencer and him going all the way finally, only for him to then like be revealed as like betraying her. Yeah. Oh, it's just so good. I love their moments throughout this season.
Yeah, and even like when he's gone, you feel his absence, and Spencer's just happy that he's safe, and then it's also like he's very unsuspicious. And even like the way they talk about him, like lying to Toby is like lying to the Dalai Lama. It's like they build him up as some saint. I love the plotting of episode 12 because we don't really see him until that episode, and it still makes like such an impact when we find out he's A.
When he turns around and with that glower. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, I remember then seeing the pictures that they had released of, so they had Caleb and Paige do that as well. Because that's how like huge this show was, that they literally did multiple reveals, so that way if it ever leaked, people still wouldn't know which one it was.
Damn.
They were like that worried about it. The Jenna earring bathroom moment.
Yeah.
I remember. Iconic. Once again, Hannah asking if she gets to slap her again, and then the bitch can see line. Iconic.
Like each of their significant others are very like supportive of the rest of the group, and like Toby taking Hannah to that dance and then like intimidating those guys that she said were hitting on her, and Caleb like helping them out. Also, we're getting major Spencer Caleb vibes early on. Like we see their chemistry this early on.
Can we talk about that?
Yes.
Can we talk about that? Because I had... This is my note. If you can't see the Spencer Caleb chemistry, then get the fuck out of here. You're blinder than Jenna. Because here's the thing.
Oh my god.
People like to claim that came out of nowhere. No. These two have chemistry. Like, no, they were never going to end up together. Like, no one ever actually wanted them to end up together and be the final, but I love that they ended up getting together for a while. I think it was fun. I can't wait to talk about that relationship when we get forward to that point in this rewatch, because you knew you didn't want to invest your time in anyone new. They already had 2 other of the girls on the show with 2 other new boyfriends, so we didn't want to introduce a third for Spencer, because you knew like we didn't need a third random dude to add into the mix. So instead, make it a little messy. And who does she have amazing chemistry with? Caleb.
Yeah.
It was so good. I was living for their scenes this season.
Yeah. And then it also is cool that like, well, not cool, but Hannah has her little moment with Ren, and I think it's interesting that Hannah and Spencer kind of have similar tastes in men. And like Toby's taking Hannah to that function. Like her and Spencer are like flippity flopping a little bit.
They are.
Because like the other two are kind of the other two are kind of outliers because Aria likes her teacher and Emily is gay. So there's not much messiness that is really able to happen with all of that.
Agreed. And then we did have another dude kind of added into the mix with them this season, which was Nate, Maya's fake cousin, that Emily is entertaining. Not only is this man, he's just like a flop overall, like his character. I hate his character. There's nothing to really like about him. And he's a killer, first of all. But he's once again a grown man wanting to hang out with teenagers. Like, who wants to be hanging out with high schoolers? Why do all of these random grown-ups want to hang out with high schoolers?
Right. Yeah, and he's got a thing for lesbians. Leave them alone, buddy. They don't want anything to do with you. First Maya, then Emily, and he's got Paige tied up in the closet, which that's not cool, putting a gay girl in a closet tied up. She had a lot of...
Not even Paige.
Yeah, she had a lot of problems with that. Obviously, fuck Paige, but, like, this man is basically committing hate crimes against the lesbian community. So we definitely don't lie last Nate. What's going on? What's your fucking problem, bro? No me gusta.
He's got a lot of issues.
He is so clingy and, like, so demanding of people's time. And I would not want to hang out with my deceased girlfriend's cousin this much.
It's just a whole no from me. Hate crime for Paige's outfits this season. They're so bad. So I should have brought this up earlier when we were talking about the fashion, but Paige's are bad. And also a hate crime for Emily's fedora that she's wearing in that one episode.
The one thing I will say about them is I like the pool scene. I thought that was cute. But then they went swimming.
Yeah. I just don't like Paige. That's the thing.
Me neither.
Another side storyline that I do really like is Spencer and Jason. I just really like her covering for him and like trying to be like a good sister to him, because we've talked before about how Spencer's family, like they're not like really there for her, and I really liked that Jason was kind of an opportunity for her to be close with a family member, even if it meant kind of getting herself in some trouble.
I also feel like this season obviously in this half of the season we start to see Spencer's slowly moving to like losing her grip a little bit. I think the first tick of that is when she worked so hard to get that anklet to maintain Garrett's guilt, but it turns out that that's exactly what A wanted her to do, and you can kind of see in Troy and Belisario's performance in that episode the first like little tick in the insane direction. And then when she like forgets to apply to college, she's like, I'm so done with this shit. So she's already starting to like get into that mindset of like, I want to be done with this shit, but she's also like addicted to it and like the mystery and trying to figure it out and crack the case. I have my top flops.
Oh, please share.
Okay, so we already have Veronica's hair. We talked about it. Them accidentally flushing the teeth, girls. Come on.
Yeah, be smarter.
Who flushed the toilet?
I think it was the automatic censor.
Oh, okay. The parent drama or any storyline of any kind, that's the biggest flop for me. Like, interrupting really heart-pounding moments. When Spencer, like, gets the footage from Noel and we're, like, watching what happened to Maya on the literal night she died, and then we cut to Ella's fucking dating life. Kill me, bitch. Don't do... What? Ooh, that shit was pissing me off. Or, like, Ashley seeing ghost children in her home during, like, the Halloween episode, which, like, the craziest episode of the season. Yeah. Stop it. Out of here. Meredith showing up at the school. Like, I'm over it. Yeah. I'm so over it. Yeah. And then Byron being the big reveal at the end. Like with Allie, him talking to Allie, it's like, God damn it, I don't give a fuck about this dude.
No.
And it's gonna just be another misdirect. Like, I'm over it.
That's what I'm saying. If this would have been made now, and if it would have been like a 12-episode season, it would have been, I feel like, stronger. Like, I'm very much enjoying, especially like this season, I'm very much enjoying it. But some things I think like some of the filler, like the parents' relationships would have all been cut out. The only part that I liked about the dating was when Aria and Hannah were setting up Ella's dating profile, and then Miss Marin saw it, and she was like helping them out a little bit, and she was like, try Mainlight and Mate. That's a better site. Like, okay, Ashley, get it. But I don't need to see Pastor Ted and Ella on an ice cream date.
Some of these episodes were directed by Chad Lowe, so that's a flop. Paige being drunk is a flop. She's so down bad for Emily. She's embarrassing. Nate's a flop because he keeps falling for lesbians. That's on you, dude. I feel like I would be so out of that relationship if I were Aria. I feel like I would be overthinking all the time about how I fucked up his life and he's like poor. And then once I found out that he comes from money and his family's fucked up, I'd be like, what? I don't want to deal with this. I'm literally a teen. And then if I found out that he had a secret baby, I'd be out. So I just feel like Aria's really flopping in that department.
I hate the secret baby trope. Like, that is my like least favorite trope in books, is when someone's like, oops, surprise, they had a baby. I hate that, and I hate it with Ezra. Especially because then once again, we find out later on that this isn't even his fucking baby. So it's just like so much time wasted for what? For what? For this little pixie cut haired lady and her flop of a child? I don't care.
No. Also, she's old. She looks old as fuck. But her and Ezra are supposed to be the same age.
I'm like, she literally looks like she's in her 30s, and he's supposed to be what, 24 at most? Yeah, probably 23, because I think he was like 22 last season. So yeah, 23. She looks like she's 40.
I think another flop is the truth or dare at Robbie and Mel's party, and Spencer, her hair at that party is also botched. But like, that truth or dare thing just seemed super stupid. Like, just get up and walk away if you don't want to answer the question.
I do think Jenna and Noel like make a hot couple. Like, when they're sitting there together, I'm like, you guys look good together. And I love Noel's dumb older brother, who when he's like supplying extra information that Noel didn't want out there, Noel's like, thanks. And he's like, yeah, no problem, man.
I love
kind of
cute.
I'm kind of like, okay, you're cute. Yeah, I love him. So.
And he has not aged. He has looked the same for a millennium, bitch. He looks the same in that. He looks the same as he does in Upload, his like most recent work. The Duff, he looks exactly the same. The Babysitter vampire movie with Bella Thorne, like, he literally is a carbon copy of himself in every single project.
Yes.
And he doesn't look young anywhere either. Like, there's no younger version of him. I mean, maybe in like True Jackson VP, but he still looks the same in that. Like, he's crazy.
Maybe he what do they say that the Illuminati?
Yeah, the baby mask that Garrett is wearing at the Halloween party, fucking flop. I hate that. I would be swinging. Yeah. And I just think it's funny that like they're all like jamming to Adam Lambert. Yeah, and then it like pans up and the baby's just in the back like
So dumb. Once again, we have another big event that the town is hosting, which again, we'll get into the Halloween episode at the end. But again, their social calendar is booked and busy in Rosewood.
And I wouldn't be going to these events if that's where all these big bad things happen. Like somebody dies at every single one. But I guess they have to go because A is like, you better go or I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
Yeah. A big thing that we find out, or not really that big, but something that happens is finding Maya's website. Mm-hmm. And can I just say, I would be so embarrassed if y'all found a website of my dead ex professing his love to me and talking about kissing me and how I'm an old soul and he can feel that when he kisses me. Y'all don't need to know that much about me. That I would, no.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Embarrassing.
Other big ass reveals this season, because y'all know I like to track that now. This is like a super minor one, but Arya trashed her dad's office with Allie. That was revealed in a flashback. Allie's earring being taken from her grave, like kind of goes hand in hand with that. The girlies find out that Jenna can see because she was driving Emily the night that Emily blacked out. We knew that Jenna was able to see, but the girlies didn't. We find out that Melissa lost her baby, R.I.P.
And I'm with Hannah. I would also like to find her fake baby bump.
We learned that Jason lied and someone does have Allie's body. Hannah sees Allie, so now that is 3 of the 4 girlies that have seen Allison. We learned that Garrett did not kill Maya, and we also learned that Noel and Jenna also did not kill her. Confirmed. Ian.
But Jenna thinks that Garrett killed her.
Well, Jenna thinks that Garrett killed Allison.
Yes, that's,
Yeah, so that was another one. Ian was paying girls to set up their friends, we find out, which is fucking crazy. We find out that Emily was with Paige the night that she was drugged and they kissed. Maya got into the car with Garrett the night she died. That was a big reveal. We found out that Ezra comes from money and that he has a baby. Maya's site, we find out that Maya never left Rosewood the night she died. Like, the Maya mystery is a big part of this half of the season. We also find out Paige's past and that her and Allie had it out for each other in the whole pigskin origin story. And we learned that Allie had a very dark and evil nature, holding Paige's sexuality over her head before she came out and like threatening to out her in a really mean and evil way. But also, fuck you, Paige.
The call is coming from inside the house with that one. Allie, you are also in fact gay.
Yeah, for real. The last like big reveal is that Byron was there the night that Allie died, which what a fucking flop of a reveal to end on by Byron. I mean, those were like the big ass ones that I was able to track. I have a question. What would you do in Arya's situation this season? Would you tell baby? Yeah, would you tell him or would you just let it ride?
Oh, 100% I'd tell him. Because even like how Maggie's like, you're not the only one with secrets, Amy. Well, so what would be so bad about Arya saying like, hey, you have a secret child and I went to see her and that's how I found this out. Like, that's really not that bad. That is not that bad of a secret to have. So Maggie's acting like, oh my God, Arya like went out and cheated on him as like Amy. Like, no, she literally just found out your secret and she just did it saying that she was a different person. So I would totally tell him.
Same.
Would you?
Yeah, same. I'd be like, yo, daddy.
Yeah, yikes. That bundt cake looks amazing that one neighbor brought over.
Yeah, they have a lot of cake over there this season because it's his birthday too.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
And then they have a birthday cake.
Random note, because we get 2 iconic songs this season in the show, which first is In My Veins by Andrew Bell.
Yeah,
obsessed. Love Andrew Bell. Sad he's not making music anymore. And Tyler Blackburn's song in episode 8 is a bop. And I remember illegally downloading it from my iPhone.
Fuck yeah.
So good. Love that song. And when that started coming on, and I love it. Yeah. And I loved it that they used it for him and Hannah's scene. So
yeah, also Hands of Time.
Oh my God, that's this season. Yes.
Yeah, after A puts all the pictures of them at Allie's grave.
Love it. What do you want to get into about episode 12?
Yeah, I just feel like it's the best episode of the season. I think the plotting of it is one of the best for Marlene. You go, Marlene. Starting the episode out with a body bag coming out and Hannah being in major distress and the police questioning Emily is so perfect. And then the way that the show like gets us to that point is wonderful. I like how it's Paige is looking suspicious and we're seeing that she's getting texts from A. All the other girls being so certain that Paige is guilty and just like the crafted plot around that. We see that Mona's like leaving Radley, as you said. That's super important. The Spencer and Toby reunion, bitch.
Oh
Him appearing in the fucking reflection. Her spinning around, the slow motion. Not gonna lie, the fucking spinning around them made me a little woozy. I was like, whoa. Yeah, and then her being like, please don't let me go. Oh, bitch. So
and then
cute.
their little like her like little giggle when she like kind of pulls away from him and like puts her finger on his chin. I'm dead.
And then they fuck. Amazed.
Yeah. But I remember watching that scene and being like, what is going on here? Also, it's kind of scandalous. It's kind of a scandalous scene for what the show had so far. I mean, it's nothing compared to like season 6, season 7. But to have like her gripping the sheets, like that was kind of like, oh, I feel like that was a lot for ABC Family to have that.
Yeah. They're definitely thrusting.
1,000%.
There's things going on. So yeah. That's crazy. Do you think that was his first time too?
No, because Jenna.
They fucked?
Yeah. Well, I would assume so, because it said, like, your mom and my, like, it'd be so easy for me to convince them that you were forcing yourself on me. So I assume so.
Oh, yeah.
So it might be his first consensual time. I don't think it's his first time. And also, you know how you were talking about how you crafted the moment afterwards with the big sweatshirt? I remember watching him unbutton her shirt slowly like that and being like, I need to be wearing a buttoned shirt when I first have sex. So that way they have to slowly unbutton it. Because that was, like, cute.
Yeah, just thinking back, it's so tragic. I remember thinking that, like, this is so TMI, but I remember thinking that there was just gonna be, like, so much blood. And I, like, put a towel down, like, multiple towels down, and then there was just, like, nothing.
You didn't bleed at all?
No, I think I literally popped my cherry when I was a child because I was pretending to be a gymnast and doing like a high beam on a gazebo out of a gazebo railing, and I slipped and scissored the fucking little railing. And that bitch was a lot of blood. I think that was when the cherry was popped.
Interesting. Well, that's kind of nice then that you didn't at all, but bummer then that you overly prepared for that. Interesting. See, learning so much more about, well, mostly you. I'm not sharing.
I know. Well, I feel like I just leave everything in. I fucking left in the stuff about so I know,
I died.
And
but
the
it's
crime.
like
I wasn't gonna leave in the crime, but
yeah, fair enough. But I feel like I don't feel like there's anything, like, no details of mine that are, like, relevant or, like, worthy of sharing.
I've been having a lot of dreams about Disney
really?
World. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm, like, always there trying to find something. My dreams are fucking cracked out. My third eye is open and she fell asleep.
I haven't had a dream for a long time. I can't remember the last dream I had.
I'm so jealous. I live a double life, bitch. There's reality me and dream Katie. And the two get crisscross applesauced because my high ass, I'll be like thinking about something and I'll be like, oh wait, that was a dream. Like I can distinguish between the two, but it takes me a second.
Wow.
I just have to say another stance on marijuana. Emily literally almost was murdered because of Pam's aversion to weed. Pam didn't catch Maya, and Maya's parents didn't freak out about it. Maya would have never gone to True North where she met a horrible stalker man. You know, he was probably there for like serious shit. Like he was probably there for like mental health reasons. Who fucking knows? And Maya's poor little self is just there because she was trying to roll up.
Because she's a 420 queen.
Rest in peace, Maya. One bitch down. Pam, your own daughter, almost goes down too. And now she's a fucking killer. Yeah. All because of a little doobie. That's probably not even that good.
So Pam basically indirectly killed Maya.
Yes, and almost her own daughter. And she would have had to live with that blood on her fucking hands because that shit would have came out and she would have had to deal with that guilt because she would have been like, she would have put it all together and been like, oh damn.
Paige almost died. I mean, no one cares, but Paige almost died too.
Paige is also a killer with killer-like tendencies. She tried to drown Emily.
Yeah.
Shay Mitchell's performance, like after she kills Nate, like amazing, incredible.
So good.
And then the embrace with Caleb, wonderful.
Oh, so
Cutting
good.
the decision to cut to outside the lighthouse and then the gun going off because Great plotting and writing. If a gun shows up at the beginning of the episode, it has to go off by the end. Fucking iconic. Amazing.
And lots of your Sam Levinson.
And then Ashley Benson's performance after she sees Caleb being put into the ambulance.
Yes.
Very, very good. One of the best girly Lilas moments of the season when Emily is being questioned by the police and she's just like looking over at Hannah and she just wants to go and see her. Paige, you know, being a girly and like knowing how girlies need their friends. She's like, I'm gonna go distract the cops so Emily can go and like hug her friends. And then Spencer and Paige have that little eye contact, like, good on you, homie. Sorry, I thought you were A, like you were real one though. It's just so good. And then Emily like runs over and hugs Hannah.
It's cute.
Here's the thing that this show makes commentary on that I think is good. It is very important as a lesbian for your friends to like your partner. And that's important in any relationship, obviously. But like recently, Corinne and I are both invited to like a bachelorette party. We get invited to like friend things because we're both girls. But then we're like a couple and it's just, there's like that opportunity to be closer. That was real shit when they were like arguing with Paige and it was really stressing Emily out because I think it's always important for your friends to like your partner, but definitely in like a lesbian relationship is just a different level. Yeah, and then nothing will ever beat the Toby reveal. That shit is fire.
Oh my god. And I love that too when Mona's like, bummer that we didn't get to make the phone call. Ring ring. What's Paige doing with Maya's cell phone? Oh no, Paige must be the killer. But all good plans go awry or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that. And then yeah, when he turns around and then he sprints around the little corner there. Love it. I'm so looking forward to the next few episodes. Or like the second half of the season, but specifically like when he's still trying to get away with it and stuff. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Halloween episode, let's get it. This is the best Halloween episode they have on the whole show.
Yeah.
It's supreme. The idea of the train is so fun. The forced proximity, the danger, the speed of it all, like it all works together so well. So obsessed with that, first off. Oh, and also just honorable mention in that episode for Toby joking with Jenna about liking her when she was better with 2 eye patches. Gagged. I love it. But yes, let's rank the looks. Least fave to fave of the Halloween look. Also, no problematic costumes. Or no like cultural appropriation. There was a cultural appropriator in the background, but at least we didn't have one on the main girls this time.
In last place for me is going to be Aria. I like Gatsby as its own theme, but I think if you show up to an event in like Gatsby attire, I don't really vibe with it. Who's in last place?
Oh, are we popcorning? I have Aria and Hannah tied because I couldn't pick one. Oh, because I actually genuinely loved all 4 of the girls' Halloween costumes this episode. So truly, I felt like I couldn't pick one over the other because I genuinely did really like both, and I thought both like very fit just their personalities. So I put them at 4 and 3 together.
Yeah. Hannah's next for me. I think it's cute. Marilyn moment.
Who's your 2 then?
My 2 is gonna have to be Emily. Is because of her date. I'm so sorry, but like if I'm giving tits, face, hair, legs, like she waxed her pussy for this shit because that's a fucking unitard. And you're showing up like someone's grandpappy from 1938. Divorce, babes, divorce. What the fuck was that? If I'm coming as sexy space, who the fuck are you? What is that?
The top hat and the paper mache flower that's bigger than her whole entire titties.
If your girlfriend is Shay fucking Mitchell and she's going as sexy space girl and your first inclination is to be fucking Ebenezer Scrooge. Fuck out of here. She's like, I can't believe I'm with you. Me neither, bitch.
Either. We're confused. We're confused.
We're all confused. She could have been so many things. Be a sexy alien. Be something.
Or even she could have been like an astronaut.
Right.
Like, okay, you want to be more fully covered because that's not your deal. Totally fine. But you quite literally don't have to look like you're from the 1910s.
Yeah. Your costumes don't go together at all and you're a couple.
No. And that's why, again, Emily was my number 2 as well. Because here's the thing. She's killing it, but she doesn't look as good as a couple. Where when Spencer and Toby emerged from the smoke.
Yeah. Icons.
Bitch. If they want a third,
you volunteer as tribute.
I'm here. They look so hot together. It's also so fitting for Spencer's personality. It's just a great look. She looks amazing.
Yeah. Also the like dramatic irony of us knowing that he is A, so then it's like Bonnie and Clyde situation, bitch. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. I love how we had the essentially the exact same ranking.
Yes.
No,
yeah, because Aria and Hannah, it was like toss up. Like I could have put them either places.
Imagine fucking if Maya were still alive, her and Emily being like sexy space girl and sexy alien together. Like she could have been a 420 alien. Oh, like little weed glasses. Get out of here. Yeah. They would have been so cute. Yeah. I would have much rather seen them making out in the sidecar.
Or even if Maya, I could see her being maybe like Mother Earth or something, you know, like very like earthy, whatever. So then you have like Earth and space.
Yeah. And like Emily's discovering her. You know, she's like a space traveler exploring Earth.
Yeah,
vibes,
they
bro.
botched. But yes, Spencer and Toby emerging from the clouds. They're just giving me all sorts of feelings this entire season. They're bringing it and love.
You also know that Maya was high as fuck in those videos where she's like, Emily's an old soul and I feel it when I kiss her. She was on one.
She was. She was.
And then the body spills out of the fucking cooler at the end. Rotted.
Oh my god, yes. And also Aria being locked in a coffin with a dead body.
Oh, I'm anxious.
Yeah, I think that's actually one of the worst things that has happened to any of the girls. I would rather get hit by a car than be trapped in a coffin with a dead body. Like, that's so bad. And he's like yellow and green and pale and flopping on her, and it's like, Paolo, oh no. The one time again, Paige does kind of come to the rescue when Spencer's being choked out by this giant Queen of Hearts that we later, do you know who the Queen of Hearts is? Do you remember who that is?
Is it Cece?
No, because remember she got that big ass fingernail, so well, I won't spoil it for you. But thanks, Paige, for coming to the rescue, even if your costume makes me want to gouge my eyes out.
Thanks, Pappy. 2 minutes later, they were like so calm after Spencer literally just got her shit rocked by this Queen of Hearts. And her hair looks great. Paige's shit definitely got rocked too. She was looking a little rough. And then she's got her top hat back on. Everything's all good. And I was like, maybe they just like rearranged this scene or whatever. Like maybe this originally happened before, but whatever. But then they were like, hey, Paige, thanks. And I was like, wait, they look like it never even happened.
And then Ezra coming to find them at the end again, once again.
Yeah, and him being like, oh, you're safe.
Yeah, like cute, but anyways.
Girl, it's only gonna get better. Keep it moving. We'll be back next week with 3B.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Peace on the streets.
Peace and blessings.
Lilas.
Lilas.